In this episode of Viral Rewind, we're going to look at the Tamago macro virus for Microsoft Office Word and Excel documents. So I've got Tamago here on the desktop, and it's in a Microsoft Word document form. You can also get it in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet form. It will infect any Excel and Word documents that you open or close or do any kind of work with. So if I select it here, and I get a little pop-up thing from McAfee Virus Shield that's on this Toshiba laptop here. It says that that document is infected with the Tamago.A virus. And a fun fact for any of you that didn't know, several weeks back now, John McAfee, the guy that the McAfee company is named after that came up with McAfee Virus Shield and stuff like this for virus protection back in the day, passed away again a few weeks ago. So little interesting fact here with that bringing it up. And tell it to continue. Get by that. And then what I'll do is go ahead and disable Virus Shield so it doesn't bother us anymore. So we look at the details of the document here, and it's about a 13 kilobyte file, and mostly that's all the macros that are contained in it. It's got about 7 macros that it's going to make use of for infecting, spreading, and as we'll see later, wiping out your data. So nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. So obviously you see it's got real no contents to it. Let's open it up in Word. And we're using Word 2000 to test this. Start using. And we can tell it's a GOAT file, 97 byte custom route, all etc, etc, etc. So go to macros, and we can see here's our file. So Grio Moodless Salva Combo, again it's in some other language. In macro, auto execute, auto close, so opening and closing documents. Let's see if we can take a look at it. Now right now in Office 2000 here, the security is set in such a way that the macros are not allowed to run, because if the macros did run, we would not be able to look at them right now. It would actually hide the macros from getting viewed. And we can actually see part of the mass deletion payload at the end there. So it's got all this different stuff. As you see, it goes to different macros, so it's got different pointers depending on which execution. And again, we saw at the end there, we might as well take a look at it now because we may not see this later. It puts all this into the autoexec.bat file, a whole bunch of echo off commands with a clear screen, and we get this little message here. And of course the big thing is this deltree /y, which is yes, /, null, so deletes everything on the disk through mass deletion. And it's also got a little message box thing we'll see as well when we hit the payload date. So we close out of the Visual Basic Editor, go into macro, come here, macro security, and once I get the mouse working here, load. Okay. And see, here's our little sign here because of our security settings earlier. It says the macros in this project are disabled. Please refer to the online help, blah, 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 blah. So, and we won't save any changes. In the meantime, let me take this off of read only. So we have deactivated the macro security in Office 2000. So when we run that, it will take over the macros in Microsoft Office, so that Excel documents and any Word documents that are opened, saved, or manipulated will help it spread around and carry the macros in those files if they go onto another computer. Now, one of the things I'm looking for here doesn't look like it's dropped it yet. Let me open it up. So we should have that. So here's all our macros. Description ASCII by Wizard. Clues. This mouse is giving me some trouble. Solid activity. Oh, let's go ahead and say yes. And then here's talking about the templates, and its macros will be converted to the latest Word format. Template is saved. Oh, let's go ahead and overwrite. Now, obviously, I should mention that this macro was intended for Office 97, which had lower levels of security and was much easier to take control of using macros. So Office 2000, they kind of learned and increased the security level and stuff like that to make it not as easy to take over. Has it dropped it yet? Don't know if it has. Let's open it back. Macros. And you see now we got a whole bunch of normal macros in here too. Template project. So yeah, now it has actually taken over all the macro functions of Office. So yeah, any documents we work with now are going to be carrying Tamago with it. So I'm just trying to see, because sometimes it drops a registry entry that's designed to lower the security settings of Office. I don't know if it's in the C directory or the Windows directory. That's what I'm trying to look for. So if I see that anywhere. Again, I may be thinking of another macro virus that does that, and this one may not have that capability. Oh God. I see I've got Maldol still sitting on this thing. If anyone's seen my Maldol video, this is Maldol. Lucky.exe with that key is actually from the Maldol Windows worm. I guess this computer I did not wipe that off of, and I see I've got it sitting multiple copies, so I guess I did not remove it. Now, that's an interesting thing to find. Keep looking. Nah. I've not quite seen it. And since this laptop has Maldol, I guess I have a good reason to erase it. So, Tamago's payload occurs anytime it is the 26th of any month. This computer had a dead battery, so it's reset back to its default. So we make that 26. I'll just leave that there. And whenever we open up a document that's got all those macros, so once one of the macros activates, we get this little thing. Tamagotchi's note, eternal love to my life girl G. Now this is Microsoft Word. I would have actually liked to have shown this in Excel. See if I can do it with Excel. So create a new document. Let's see. Let's save as book2 blah blah. It's in documents because I want to try to open this in Excel because it's not really showing the payload thing I want it to do here. Well, I guess I can show it, but anyway, there would be a whole bunch of arrows and text boxes and stuff that Tamago would draw. So it's not quite going to show it because we've already activated its payload here. So while it's there, let's look at autoexec, and we see that it has dropped its payload. Now if we click OK here, this force reboots the computer. So it does not instruct the Windows shell to perform a normal shutdown. It just outright force resets the computer so that it will initiate its payload when Windows boots, unless you realize that something's wrong and you shut your computer down fast enough to use a boot disk or even safe mode command prompt so that it does not launch autoexec.bat with that file deletion payload. But we're here to see the payload, so we click OK, and nothing happened. And we even get the little thing there too, trying to save. Eternal love to my little girl G. Okay, close. I want to keep looking at it. Alright, let's try closing that, closing this. Let's try looking at book 2. And this is not doing what I want it to. Not valid. Well, that's because it hit save it. Viruses that just don't want to behave the way we want them to. Well, let's do the restart so I at least show you what I'm talking about. Again, it would have forced restarted there with that message box, so it seems some parts of it are not quite working properly. Probably because of the initial security settings when I first started. So let's see if I can make sure this comes up. So there's Windows, it's trying to load Windows. Hard drive activity light's going. So as we saw from that autoexec.bat file, it's currently running the deltree command with a yes switch on there, which means it's automatically going to say yes to any kind of confirmations. And of course the destination is c:/star.star, so it's going to wipe out every single file on the C drive, and then it's got that little null section, which means it's not going to output any text to the screen of its operations. And when it completes, it's going to give us the DOS prompt with, of course, the little ASCII 2 graphic that Tamago put in autoexec.bat as well. The only thing that's mattering right now is how long it takes for that command to run on the laptop here. Now either way, if you power off your computer and restart it at this point, your data's still gone anyway. I guess the question is just how much of it is gone. You might be able to recover some, you may not. Depends on how much of deltree has executed by the time you realize something's going wrong. Because again, Windows would have loaded by now. This would give you a clue that something's not right here. Not to mention all the hard drive activity sitting here would kind of lends credence that something is off. And here is the end result screen. And I swear to you, on this laptop here, that took maybe 20 minutes, maybe even half an hour, 30 minutes. Ridiculous. But anyway, this is what it presents. It says Salama's core, all Iris Reserve 1997 Tamagotchi by Wizard, and expect no mercy from him. And then it's got a little echo thing it put in there that says file not found, serve Alcantara name, SNN, batch file missing, cannot find win.com, unable to continue Windows because we used the directory command. There is not a thing left on the C drive, so deltree performed its action and wiped out everything on the C partition of the hard disk here. However, it does not affect other partitions because I have a backup partition on here for restoring the laptop. And since only deltree was only looking at the C partition, it didn't affect that. So that is the Tamago macro virus.